Okay, so now I'm going to open this up for questions at 8:30 for questions about the business side. So again, what I'm going to say is welcome to all those that are beginning to share this technology with the people that you know that you love. If you're doing this just sheer for business, it's going to be incredible, but be ready for testimonies to be flying in. Your why will quickly change when you begin to hear that there are people that are being impacted in an incredible way because of your yes. So you can click the react button on the very bottom. And I'm so grateful. Somebody just told us that if you have an older iPhone, if you have an older iPad, and the react button and the raise hand doesn't work, it's okay. We're all family. And so you can
Here, you silly
lower your
boy.
hand. So
I know what you.
so with that, what I'm going to do is just open it up for business opportunity questions and uh and you can unmute yourself if there's nobody else that it has their hand up.
Okay, Brittany, I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine, Miss Brandy. Talk to me.
Okay, I'm not sure how business oriented this is, but I have seen some phenomenal YouTube videos, especially with David. And I was wondering if we have a special page where we can go to. I've just kind of searched, but I was wondering if we had like a YouTube landing page where we can go for detailed type videos.
So top tier has, so I will show you guys what we have. We do have our own, and actually I was having my daughter, because of course that's what I have to do these days is have my 13-year-old daughter help me. But we were looking at top tier, see, not top tier, man. We do have our own site. Now I'm gonna have to get out of this, but that's okay. Um, where we actually will have our own channel. Um, I will say that um, I have tried to add some of the other Dr. Zooms, the other YouTubes from David Schmidt, and it's a little bit more complicated. What I would suggest that you do is actually, because this is our channel right here, view the channel. So I am doing my best, guys, to like right here to thumbnail whatever we just learned how to thumbnail. Rick and I are learning to be cool. So we're thumbnailing what each of the trainings are about. Okay. But what I will tell you guys is I will show you guys this. If you guys have your own YouTube, just your own YouTube, you can actually create a playlist. So you can actually create a playlist and add you can add Zooms. Like let's say that you find one with David Schmidt, you can actually add it to the playlist. So you, Brandy, as a leader, because I know that you're going to have a massive organization, you can actually add them to a playlist and share the playlist. And I used to do that for my kids with the homeschooling and it was really helpful. So I would say play around with your own YouTube where you can actually create playlists and then you can actually go to the video, let's say David Schmidt, okay? And let's say that you just love this one, okay? You can actually go and you can save it to a playlist. And you can actually create a new playlist and the title could be LifeWave David. You can create the visibility to public, or you can create it to be unlisted where it's just the people from your organization that have the link can watch your playlist. So really cool ways that you can do it. So Brandy, that would be the way that I would suggest to do it is really find those and create a playlist of your own. Does that help? Okay, awesome.
Sorry, yes, thank you.
Okay, good. I was like, you look smiley, so I think it helped. All right. And Cameron.
Hi, I wanted to put a bunch of information from LifeWave in the way of the information on my website, and I was reading that I think there's a form I have to fill out to kind of okay that. Is that correct in my understanding?
It is correct in your understanding.
Okay,
Now, I struggle with this one
okay,
because there are so many doctors that have it just there, you know? So, what we could do, Cameron, and guys, I'm not afraid of this, okay? We could actually call a VIP together and we can call them and say, hey, what is okay, what is not, you know? And VIP will actually help us with that. So, especially if you have a website or something like that, I'm happy to kind of bypass like the regular customer service with you and help you navigate what that looks like, because if you do go to some of these really good doctors that, like, I think I was on Leland Stillman, like, um, I found his website not too long ago, and um, actually I can't find it right now. Go figure. But when I saw it, it was pretty interesting. He talks about the patches, he talks what they do. Now I will tell you one piece that I would, and this again, this is a perfect opportunity for us to talk about this on a business Zoom, is it gives people an opportunity to Google. It gives
okay,
people an opportunity to um, to go somewhere else for it, you know? And so I have seen where there's a lot of doctors that say, I do phototherapy technology and contact my office because our office specializes in stem cell activation phototherapy technology without saying LifeWave, without saying, but that magic, those two magical words, stem cell. You're absolutely allowed to say, especially if you're not putting LifeWave in the same, and then that's probably just until the end of this year. Sounded like, according to David Schmidt, when we were able to question him, sounded like by the end of this year, we're going to be able to say LifeWave and stem cell in the same sentence without any issues whatsoever. But
okay.
so that's yay, 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 because we can do it individually, right? But and we can do it on our private Zooms, but like on social media, it's not David Schmidt that has a problem with it. He's already proven that the stem cells are activated. All that is done. So he's actually working with the CDC right now, CDC, I believe, and the FDA, because he's proven to the FDA that this indeed does what it says it does. And so, according to David Schmidt, we will probably by the end of this year be able to do it. So then there's a whole nother wide open market, right, of what you can do and what you can say. But you don't want somebody to go somewhere else. And so,
Mhm.
when you go to doctors, the really good doctors that actually have done really well with this, what you will find is that they actually are, we work with our patients and their bodies activate their own stem cells without
Perfect. That's
stem
well,
cell
that's the
injection.
reality. That's
Yeah,
what's actually going on. Yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly. And so because of that, they're not Googling LifeWave, they're not Googling, they're not doing any of that. They're just contacting the office, and therefore the office and the practice is growing.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. If I could I ask you one more
Yes,
question?
sir, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think you might have mentioned it already, but a site that we can go to understand the compensation levels. Did you mention that was Jen O'Sullivan?
Jen O'Sullivan did the 9 ways to get paid. And we did get confirmation, guys, since we're on a business Zoom, I can talk about it. We did get
Okay.
confirmation it's happening in August. My guess, my guess, and this is not by the Bible, this is not by the book, but my guess is that the compensation plan will either be rolled out August 1st, or I'm sorry, August 4th, that Monday. Okay. Or the new compensate, yeah, that August 4th, or the 11th. And the reason why I say that is because the merits are very close to David Schmidt. And so I'm just using, my brain here because we know it's going to roll out in August. The next level conference, guys, which everybody on here, you got to go to the next level conference. It's so incredibly important. August 8th, 9th, and 10th, David Schmidt is going to be a guest at the convention. but Steve Merritt is going to be teaching to the new compensation plan. So excitedly enough, I'm thinking that either the 4th it's going to be released so that that weekend he can teach to it, or right after that because they know when it's going to be coming out. And they're very, like I said, they're very close to David Schmidt. So that would be my response to that. Now, Jen Sullivan did 9 ways to get paid, and they're very short. They explain well enough. And then Rick and I are working very hard on the backside. That's actually who Rick's with right now, with a new brand partner that is actually going to help us really streamline some updates for you guys. So we're not deviating again from champion makers, but we do feel like there would be a really good way to do a step by step by step on a website where it's going to be step 1. Here's a 2-minute video. Step.
That would be, Brittany, that would be really appreciated, because I found that the 9 ways to get compensated, when I read it, now mind you, that was 3 weeks ago when I just started, it was like reading Korean to me.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah,
my goal is going to be that actually in the front of the video, we will actually have the volumes, and I will be able to say, in order to hit this volume and this volume, you want to have X amount of people enrolled over here and X amount of people enrolled over here.
that
And
would be very
get
clear.
you the next level. And so our
Perfect.
goal is we found a really brilliant man named Henry that's going to be helping us do this. Actually, Rick and I are paying for it tonight. And so we're going to really work really hard to get you guys situated. And oh, Jessica, you're just an angel. So if you guys look at the chat, if you guys can take that and just like kind of pull it over, those are the 9 ways that Jen O'Sullivan did to get paid, and they're very, very short. And then Danny also did one that I would say was a little bit of a very deep dive into the 9 ways of getting paid. Cameron, we're going to try to make it very, because Danny's just brilliant with compensation, but I'm not so much. I want to,
Okay.
how can I get to level 6? How can I get to level 7? How can I want to know all those things. And so when I tell you we are working diligently on the back end, we're working really diligently. And Steve Merritt is going to really break it down, and Andy Hosier is really going to break it down, the August 8th, 9th, and 10th. So if you guys are able to get there, please get there. Your business will explode. Danny McDaniel has guaranteed financially he will pay you back if you guys are not happy. And he
And
will. He will write you a personal check if you are not happy with what you receive. But if you absolutely cannot do it, then definitely go to the this is it convention.com and get the ticket, the virtual ticket. It's not going to be as powerful as the in-person, but at least the virtual ticket, make sure that everybody is on that. So that would be great. So hopefully, Cameron, does that help? And I'll really be doing a really deep dive for you.
okay, thank you. It does help. Where is that conference being held, Brittany?
In Orlando, Florida.
In Orlando. And where do we go to look for how to sign up for it?
I just now placed it. Let's make sure that it was right. Praise God. Okay, I just now placed it in the chat.
Okay, the only thing is Florida in August. What was everybody thinking?
Hey, you know what? The first
Yeah.
time they ever did it in Florida in August, it was outside. Steve Merritt goes,
Oh,
"What were we thinking?"
yeah. How many people died?
There were 2,000 people outside. So
Okay.
at least inside. I want to say it's at the Omni, but but
Okay.
but yeah, so it'll be inside, thank goodness. But
Okay. And how would we go about registering it for it,
you're gonna
Brittany?
go to the This Is It convention. I just put it in
Oh, okay.
the here we go. I just put it in the so you're gonna go to the This Is It TopTierConvention.com,
Okay.
and you can actually get the ticket options here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I'll
And
look it up.
it will be great. And so there's the different ways, and so what I would tell y'all is, as many of you leaders like Cameron, you and Wendy are definitely leaders that can go. Y'all, please, this is the day when Rick and I went in June of last year, was the day that Rick looked at me and he said, we needed to hear David Schmidt ourselves, I think. Actually, I didn't. Rick did. He needed to hear David Schmidt. And when he heard him, he looked at me and he said, this truly is it. Like, this company's not going anywhere. And so just hearing him in person is going to be really exciting for everybody that hasn't. So hopefully that helps. And excited. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, Miss Chrissy. Oh, you're muted again.
Okay. Hi. So a lot of really great links to resources tonight. I was wondering if there was any chance we could get like a summary page of like all these links to all the different testimony places, all the places that you pointed out tonight. Is there
That's
a way
not
to
a bad
get a
idea.
link?
That's actually not a bad idea at all. So what I'll do is I'll create a sheet because I like that. I'll create
Thank-
a sheet um of resources so
That'd
that
be
you
awesome.
guys have those. That's not a problem.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. We'll have those links on the web page as well, so that, and that is one of our things that we want to make sure that you guys have access to. So I love that, Chrissy. I'll create that. That's great.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Any other business related questions? All right. So what I would say is, while I'm waiting for those business related questions, I'm just going to go over some very quick, very basic things for the new people. Anybody, guys, anybody that jumps into your organization, you want to send them to work with, I'm sorry, to championmakers.com. Okay. Just make sure that everybody has done this. Okay. Make sure that they've texted this word patch. Make sure that they are on school. Even if they say, I'm never going to share the business, when they have access to those testimonies, that stands in the gap while they're waiting for their testimony. It helps to go to see what other people are seeing in their lives. When you see testimonies that just give you hope, um, oh good. Oh, look, Brandy, there's some new ones. When you see the testimonies, it just gives somebody hope, and so make sure that they're plugged into school, and make sure, guys, that they are introduced to your sponsor. If your sponsor is not active, then make sure that you introduce them to the person introduce them to me, introduce them to the person that, guys, we're not too good for this. This is like, are you kidding me? Like, we are all starting out together. This is one family unit that we're all starting out together. So make sure that you visit the champion makers and you introduce them all to that. Make sure that they know that there's a Spanish, and then make sure that that they watch the how to get started. This is old. Okay. This is for right now, for the next month and a half. Okay. It at least explains the compensation now. The binary, it definitely helps understand the binary, because the binary is not going away, guys. It's, praise God. But how to get started in your business is a great option. And then you will see the landing pages here, the customer order form here. There is, I don't know if you guys have boards, but this boards app is really fantastic. You can enter in your email, and then you actually have access to boards, and I do help contribute to that. So I do my best to help add to that. And so you guys have a plethora of information just here in your, just at Champion Makers and in school, play around with school and make sure that every single person that you are, that you're bringing into this business knows that they're not alone. Because I think that that's the number one reason why people don't know what to do is because they don't know who to go to. Sometimes people don't want to bother people, but if they go, if they hear, well, this is what Brittany does full time. So, that might help a little bit where they're like, okay, well, this is Brittany and Rick's job, you know, um, but, what we want to do is we want to grow leaders, right? We want to grow leaders that say, you know what, I'm going to lead my team. And so that's our hope and our prayer. But if you don't have somebody that's leading you yet, know that you're not alone in this. Know that we all care, that we all want to be together doing this. We all want to impact the world together. That we are going to, there is a 20-year to 25-year after we spoke to Danny and Diane Danny and Diane called us when they got back from their trip with David. And they didn't include us in all the things because of course they wrote an NDA pretty much, but or they signed an NDA basically, but what they did say was Brittany, Rick, because they knew that we gave up the car business for this, so our livelihood's wrapped up in this. And they said the future is beyond bright. David Schmidt has thought of things that we never even thought possible. So I will tell you that I've heard on a couple of SPD calls that he said that he's dreaming of having food that is free of all pesticides, that is real food. And LifeWave, he wants LifeWave to be a portion of that. I mean, we're talking about future things, guys. So it's really exciting to hear David's heart on those things. So just make sure that everybody that you guys bring in feels like they're a part of this family. Miss Chrissy, you have a question? Oh, you did again. There you are.
So, one of the things that, so I have ADHD,
Okay.
and that causes me to get a little overwhelmed sometimes when I have a lot of, and so I was wondering, is there like a roadmap or a blueprint for the training where I could have like a cheat sheet that says, do this first, do this section second, do this, now jump over here to school and do this. Now jump back over here to Champion Maker and do, you see what I'm saying? Like something
Yeah,
that,
Dave and Diana, do you have that by chance of what I sent? I'm trying to think. Dave, Diana, did I send you guys that? If not, Chrissy, that is a great point. Um, gosh, I could have promised that did I send that to you, Dave and Diana?
Yep, you did. And we're trying to find it too.
Okay. Okay. We do have that, Chrissy. And so we'll if we can, we'll upload it right here. I won't get off. Don't let me push the end button until it's there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I love to push the end button and I wasn't supposed to. So don't let me do it. I'm definitely human. That's it. That's it. Did I email that to you guys?
You emailed it to us, yes.
Can you email that to me really fast and then I'll post it on here? Is there a way or maybe actually, you know what? Wait. If I emailed it to you, it should be in my sent, right?
Should I can scan it in and get it back to you.
Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can. Diana. What is your guys' email?
DRMI 1026 at Gmail.
ER?
DRMI.
There you go. Is this it? Or is this a different one? No, that's the SEPs to sign up a new burn partner. Guys, I will make sure.
that what we just did.
Is that the one you sent us?
Yeah, that's not the one that I sent you. If you guys could upload that, that would be great. And then because I don't know where I put it, but guys, I
Okay.
will put that on here because Chrissy, that's a great point too. Um, you know, just a very streamlined, we do have it now. So
That's wonderful. Thank you.
absolutely.
We got
And
Brittany,
yes, ma'am.
thank you, Christy, and your ADHD, because you have great questions. And I do feel like that was very important. I know that our group grew super fast above me, and not all of that training trickled down. And there's, some things I figured out myself, some things we all kind of learned together. Crazy enough, I've never been on championmakers.com, which kind of has a lot of that there. I feel like I've been everywhere, but I'm like, oh my gosh. So yes, that I feel is like top 5, top 10. Yes, any new person, this is where you go. And so thank you, Christy. I've been trying to make that myself. And that was a great question. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's a great, I mean, this is why this is so good, guys. This is so good because as a family, we can grow. Um, Dave, Diana, I think I found it, Diana. Um, Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Is this it? I think it is. Let me see if I can open it up, guys. I think, yeah, this is it, right, Dave, Diana? I think this is it. There's one that I've done that's even better, I think. I think that we took this one and then we added a few pieces. So Christy, who's your sponsor?
Camille?
Camille. Okay, so this is what we're going to do is I'm going to find the one that I actually made and or Dave and Diana. Oh wait, maybe they found it.
it would be on
No,
you.
this is the one. Okay. Um, I'm going to send this out to everybody. So my phone number, guys, I'm going to put my phone number in. I think this is it. But I'm gonna make sure because I want to say that there was one that was a little bit even deeper than this. And I'm going to I will send this out. So let me give you guys again my phone number and yep, and then Greg, I'll send it over to you. Miller, awesome. Okay, guys, then
Hey, Brittany,
good. Yes.
are you going to email that out to everyone?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Thank you.
email or I'm going to text it out.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's great. Um, that's super, super important, you guys. I mean, I'm so glad that we're doing this. Guys, this is why I want to do it. So, let me stop my sharing. So, I'll make sure that you all have that. I just want to make sure that whatever it is, you guys have it, and that you guys know that you guys can ask questions because this is a safe place. So, um, I uh, I am excited uh to get you guys going. It's 8:59. I'm going to put that together right now. I'm gonna because I know I have a good one because I worked really hard on it. Diana and Dave are part of that. So was Bill Vining and Jeff Anderson. There were several of y'all that really helped create this. And so I'll send that out as soon as possible tonight. I'm going to go on a mission on my little and so yes, Dave, did you have anything to add?
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna send you the one think uh, that I think Bill worked on. The three of us worked on it and sent it to you, and then I think you put the two together. So hopefully that's the one you're gonna send us because I don't know that I've ever seen that one that you did
Okay.
after putting everything together. So I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah.
Brittany, I just sent one back to you that I had got that you had sent out. I just emailed it back to you.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay.
So from a very original email address. It's Jeff Blackwaves.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna doctor this up and I'm going to add some pieces. And so you guys will all have that by tonight. I'm gonna just work on it. I'm excited. I love this, guys. We're just one family. We're working together. So I will work on that. And so you guys have that. So hopefully this helped. I don't know if we're gonna do this every week or every other week. I want to hear back from you guys about what you guys prefer. And because I don't want people to get overwhelmed. Like last night was such a great doctor Zoom. Why am I going to turn around and create another Zoom the next night? Why not utilize that doctor Zoom and be a family? So, just let me know, give us feedback, and we love you guys.